Good morning, YouTubers. Well, the naysayers get to speak their mind today, that's for sure. Because what we seen yesterday was crazy, unbelievable, and did not really make sense in my opinion. However, I know there's a lot of people out there that thinks it does make sense what happened. I guess when you looked at the jobs numbers, if that was a legit jobs report, then yeah, I guess it makes sense kind of what happened, but I'm not convinced the jobs numbers that came out were accurate. I would not be surprised to see some kind of big revisal later, because lately they've been having a trend of putting out numbers and then making mistakes and revising them, but nobody ever hears about the mistakes. But you know what's going on, so we're going to talk about that today. If you guys enjoy the video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button, help me out. We are trying to grow the channel, and I'm kind of happy. I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy that silver went down. So you can let me know in the comments what you think, if you're happy that we've seen a nice dip. I think this is gonna be a great buying opportunity. We get the privilege to do it all weekend long. I think we could even see it go down a little lower on, I say Sunday night trading normally, but there may not be no Sunday night trading because Asian markets are closed because they do have a holiday, which means the markets will open up the next morning, and essentially we'll see what will happen then. So with that being said, what do you think is going to happen? So if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe. So what happened on Friday? So for people that don't know, I'm convinced personally that numbers got leaked out, and all of a sudden we started seeing silver coming down, because silver was looking phenomenal on Friday night. On Thursday night. And I even did a video, and in the video I was talking about what the spot price was at that time. And then all of a sudden the market's open and we start seeing it slowly coming down. And then all of a sudden the jobs numbers came out and we just seen it tank. And I'm talking tank hard. Along with cryptocurrencies, along with a lot of other stuff, we can't have anything going against the dollar. And therefore, that stuff just got destroyed. And that's okay in a way, I think, because one, I don't think them job numbers were accurate, which means they will revise those numbers later. However, nobody's going to see the revisal numbers. They just sit back page somewhere and no one really hears about them. But what it is going to do is people that have been on the fence of wanting to stack, this gives them a good opportunity to get in at a nice percentage, really under what I thought the floor would have been, a nice $30 floor, or even the recent 11-year high, which got up to $32.50. We've seen it come down. That's a good opportunity in my opinion. I know I will try to be buying some this weekend. Technically, I'm not supposed to be buying until the 16th because I won't have any money free up, but with the way I am, sometimes I tend to gamble a little bit, and I'll probably put it on a card and then just pay it when the money comes in, because I don't think this opportunity could last forever. I know some people out there are saying we could see $28, even possibly $26 retracement. It's a possibility, but even if it does, I don't think it's going to stay low for long. I know there's a lot of people out there that think that, oh, it's going to come right back down to the 22s. I would be shocked if we see something like that, but this is not financial advice. Anybody on YouTube is pretty much telling you their opinions of the numbers, and I think eventually it's going to continue to go up, because what's going on is you've got countries that essentially are de-dollarizing. Now, I know the de-dollarizing thing gets said too much on YouTube, maybe you could say, and as it gets talked about more and more, people think that, oh, they're going to de-dollarize tomorrow. And I don't think that to be the case at all. And I don't even think that silver is going to skyrocket tomorrow, per se. What I think is a slow and steady grind higher and higher and higher. And people are just going to be in shock as they watch it go higher and higher. And little by little, there will be people that will finally decide to pull the trigger and buy some. But at what number? You know, I actually saw some comments that said, I got out at the top, thank goodness. I got out at $32.50. I actually talked to one member who sold a monster box off. He got lucky. Sold a monster box at $34 an ounce. How is that going to play out down the road? I don't know. I mean, it's a great time maybe. They got lucky, but I don't think it's going to stay down forever. And for the people out there that are just either selling off their silver or refusing to buy until we see a really low price, could end up being late to the party totally or miss the party altogether. So it's really not a ton to talk about today, because what I feel like is going on is we're being lied to point blank. They're not telling us the true numbers. And I think that's all by design. If they told you what was really happening to the US dollar, you would probably flip your lid and get out of dollars as quick as you can. But because they're trying to make those people on YouTube seem like nut jobs, and we don't know what we're talking about or this and that, and you know, we're not licensed or anything, we're just telling you what we research. But I can tell you that there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are spending a lot of hours on researching this stuff. And eventually, all these shorts have to come due. They've got to clear out. They cannot keep piling more and more shorts on, because, you know, it's like anything. If all of a sudden you beat the price down, you think of any item that you want right now. You think about it in your head, and then all of a sudden you think, if you went tomorrow and you saw that that item was half price, what are you going to do? You're going to find a way to put the money together to buy it. And, you know, silver is no different. There's a lot of stackers out there that are buying. There's a lot of countries out there that know that they're going to need silver for industrial demand. They know that it's in their best interest to buy the stuff now, because when all this money starts racking up higher and higher inflation, if you think inflation's over, I don't know what to say. I really don't, because inflation's not coming down anytime soon. We're still pumping out huge amounts of money. And you know, no matter what people think, inflation comes down to one thing: supply and demand of the currency that you're using. And I say that like that because I'm in the United States. So the more US dollars that they print out, the less they are worth. They get to buy the stuff up. As that money trickles through the system, everybody has or feels like they have more dollars. They start spending those more dollars, and it drives the prices up. The higher the prices go, the more tax gets charged on items, the more people will have capital gains forms that they're going to have to fill out, and the more taxes that are getting paid in. I mean, think about it. I own a couple houses. If all of a sudden I decide to sell my house and they have doubled in value, tripled in value, quadrupled in value, you know, then it only makes sense that now I'm going to have to eat a huge tax fee on that. Now, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how stuff plays out, because that's why a lot of people are liking precious metals. As everything goes up, the precious metals are going up. And then as you see that, you're realizing, more and more people are realizing that, hey, this is a great way to protect my money. So I'm curious to hear y'all's comments on if you think we're going to see another down day on Monday until Monday night when Asian markets open up, or if you just think, you know, hey, this is over. Once people wake up Monday morning, they're going to be buying this huge dip. But the thing is, we could see it continue to fall on Sunday night, early. I shouldn't say Sunday night, because technically it's not going to be Sunday night that Europe starts trading. It's going to be in the wee hours, I think, probably like 1-ish. I don't know the exact time zone that they start their trading at. However, as that continues, I mean, think about it. What could happen? I mean, if we continue to see it plunge, there's going to be stackers out there that are loading up. And I know a lot of people will say that, oh, stackers, they don't make up a big dent or any dent in silver. I had someone say the whole Walmart thing, that it don't really affect the spot price because they're buying in through local. I mean, it came out of Houston, the guy that bought the $50 million in silver. Some people say it was the Walton family. Who knows? But needless to say, it didn't really move the markets because it came from individual shops, dealers, that type of stuff. It was bought off the market, not from the exchanges. So who knows? We're going to see what happens. I can tell you, in my personal opinion, come Tuesday morning, you're going to see a lot of coin shops possibly start selling a lot of their stuff. which is kind of good because we've had it high for a little while. The price inventory probably started to build up a little bit. That's why premiums are pretty decent right now. We haven't seen a huge jump in the premiums yet. That could be coming. We'll see. I know this video probably wasn't as exciting because there's a lot of shock right now on what happened. I mean, think about a $2 drop in one day, how insane that is. We haven't seen this since the whole cough that we're not really supposed to talk about here on YouTube. And we were seeing, we saw it go all the way down to $11. That was insane. But what happened after that? It got down to $11, and all of a sudden, it just skyrocketed well past where it should have been. And we went all the way up to 29 at the time. And people bought at 29, and then we see it start coming down, and then they got upset. They got upset that they got in at a high. But now we've seen it at 32 recently, 32.50. So there's opportunity here. I think it's going to come back. I think we're going to see another big jump right after that settles out. And with all the banks that are in trouble, with everything going on around the world, silver still seems like a great investment. Granted, I'm hoping to find some good deals over the weekend. And we'll see. If I find some good deals, then it may be hard to hold out until Monday to see if maybe this will continue. Because I firmly believe in it. I'm stacking hard. Because I think the time for stacking is going to be over when the price really goes up. And if the price does skyrocket to $35, $40, at some point, we're going to have to realize that we're getting less and less silver for our money. And if you've already been going as hard as you can at lower prices, it's not going to bother you at all. I mean, I can tell you when silver was 22, I was going hard. I didn't have money as it was starting to climb for a little while. Why? Because I was so invested, and I'm not quite there right now because I've slowed down a little bit. I've only bought 2 purchases at the previous, I shouldn't say high prices, but the 11-year high. With those 2 purchases, it made a big dent. I didn't get as much silver for my money. Now, I'm cautious when I say high because some people realize, including myself, that even $32 is not high. $33 is not high. So we're going to see how this plays out. And I think it's going to go a whole lot higher. So with that being said, like I said, not a long video, not a super duper exciting video. Tomorrow I'll probably just do a package opening that I just got in a huge package of silver. And I'll be opening that up so you guys can check that out. And with that being said, I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody, and have a great weekend. Enjoy the weekend. We're going to have plenty to stress about next week if the prices continue to come down or if they continue to skyrocket. We'll see what happens. So thank you all for watching. Take care, everybody. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.